Good morning. It is March 18th and it is Tuesday. So it's time for another Will's Taco Tuesday. I'm very excited to have four of our excellent Will's vendor partners joining us today. Some longtime vendor partners, some newer vendor partners. It's a great mix, and I'm really excited to see what they have to show us today. So I like to keep these things short. I am going to call on our first presenter. That's Chris, who is coming to us again from the Juice Learning. Chris, I'm going to shop. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can take over.
Thanks so much, Jeff. I really appreciate it. I just want to also say thanks for having me. And, we love working with Wills. Wills was our first cooperative purchasing partner in the US. And we try to repay that confidence in us by making it less expensive for Wisconsin than pretty much anybody, not pretty much truly anybody. So, and we love working in Wisconsin. It's been really successful. So appreciate you having me here. So I'm going to show you the juice, but before I do, I like to just remind people why the juice exists, what it is, and what it does from a kind of big picture standpoint here. So the juice is conceived as, something good in the morning, something good for you, good for your students, good for teachers. And when I say good for you, I mean like without the additives, without stuff you don't like, right? Something that is healthy in some regard. So what we do at the Juice is pretty simple. We have a team of dedicated journalists and dedicated teachers who every weekday morning produce news stories for students in grades 5 through 12. Our journalists and teachers work together to write these 5 news stories each weekday morning, and they workshop them, and then they rewrite them at 4 different reading levels. So it's naturally differentiated. And then at the end of each news story, there's one comprehension question. It's only one because we want kids to do it, and we find that they do. And the way that they do it is pretty cool too. We have a cool content delivery mechanism. And what that is that each weekday morning before school starts, students get an email and teachers get an email who use the juice, as do librarians, that says, your juice is ready. And it comes out about an hour, like I said, before school. And when it does so, one of the cool things about this is it kind of serves as like a morning newspaper. And the morning newspaper comes, you get the headlines if you're a teacher, and these open-ended reflection questions we pair with them that kind of key students in. And then for our students, they get a little bit of a background on what's in today's issue of the Juice. And then both parties can access the platform from that email. And there are other ways to log in too. But I want to really address, the librarians who are watching and engaging with this right now. And one of the big things, and one of the reasons why we speak to librarians frequently in all states, is actually because like librarians are perfectly positioned to work in an interdisciplinary way. Librarians are information literacy experts, and truly, librarians understand why this is necessary for students. At any conference I attend, I ask, attendees, whether they're an English teacher, a social studies teacher, an administrator, or a librarian, how comfortable are you right now mediating a discussion on like Israel and Palestine, Ukraine and Russia, any of the executive orders that have come from the Trump administration? And there's a lot of looking at feet and shuffling around and things like that, no matter how long you've been in the classroom or a school. And it speaks, I think, to a dire need for a place that has vetted information on a daily basis in a current events context that is also deliberately nonpartisan, deliberately designed to be educational, and it reminds students or reminds teachers and shows students for the first time what journalism really looks like on a day-to-day basis. Because let's remember, students going to school today have not grown up with daily journalism the way that most adults have, in the sense that they have cable news and they have social media, and people are wagging their fingers in educational positions saying like, oh, these students are, struggling in some capacity, but to understand, misinformation or disinformation. But what are we doing about it? And the Juice is trying to address this actual construct. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk you through the platform and highlight a few key features, and we'll take it from there. So let me share my screen with you. The first thing I'm going to show you is that morning email. So this is when it says your juice is ready. This is what we're talking about. So this is the student email. I want to stress that here. So it says, good morning, Chris. Here's what you'll find in today's juice. And it's just a quick little snippet of what's in the day's issue. And in addition, by the way, to our news stories, we have a lot of complimentary content too, which is really cool. I'll walk you through it. So you can get to the platform from here, and just to preemptively address this, there's no marketing in any of these emails. There's no advertising in any of these emails. All this is a way for you as a librarian to better leverage what you're already paying for. And as you can see here at the bottom, you can opt out of this at any time, the emails that is. It's just a nice way to provide students with something to read in the morning before they hop on TikTok or something. And we find that they do read these a lot. The only thing that we link out to on our platform, because remember, this is also a platform that is staffed by real journalists and educators. So the only thing we link out to for other contents that we don't make ourselves is in these emails, we link out to the News Literacy Project, and we do so because they are vetting sources for misinformation, nonprofit. So you can go to Today's Juice from here. There are other ways to get onto the platform. But if you're a teacher, you'll also get, this is the email that you'll get. You'll see the headline itself and the category, because we categorize all of our articles. And you'll also get the open-ended reflection question with it. And these questions are designed to be open-ended and to require no knowledge of the topic going in. So this way, you know, teachers and students, no matter what their knowledge base is for the issue at hand, they can contribute in some capacity. And again, here too, you can go to Today's Juice. So let's go to Today's Juice. Let me show it to you. So here is today's issue. As you can see at the top here, I'm in the student edition. Now, I'm in the student edition, but I'm logged in as a teacher. So it shows me both student edition and the teacher edition, right? So because I'm logged in as a teacher, I see this, the 4 different reading levels that we serve. Keep in mind, if you're a student, you're not going to see this here, no matter what. And unless you specifically tell your students that there is a different reading level, or that we make different reading levels, they're unlikely to ever know that. Just keep that in mind too. So right now you're looking at today's issue, and as you can see, it's designed to look more like Instagram than it is the New York Times, with these each individual tiles. But like I said right now, earlier in the presentation, we have these 5 articles, and here are a few of them. It's designed to be kid-friendly with the GIFs here. And there's also a daily poll, and we want students to be able to feel like their voices are being heard, that their voices are important, and that they are contributing and people are listening. In addition, you'll also get the fresh word of the day. This is a vocabulary question. Here, today's word is chastise. And when you engage with this, importantly, we do not make these like, oh, tell us the definition of the word. Actually, we'll give you the definition of the word. And this is leveled too, just like our other this is leveled, so it's available at 3 other reading levels, I should say. And we ask you to do something with the word. So what is a synonym for it based on your understanding? So then in addition to that, we have a few parameters for our 5 articles. One of our articles each day always contains an infographic. We think it's really important for students to see data depicted in different ways. Another one of our parameters is that, as you might already know, the news can be very, let's say, dark, and it can be somewhat saddening, and we don't want to overload our students with that. So in an SEL conscious way, we want to make sure that 1 article per day is uplifting. So that's why we have the series called On the Bright Side. Miracle Kitty returned to owner after surviving Palisades fire. As a cat owner myself, big fan. So 1 article per day is an uplifting story. We also have a quote of the day, and this is not meant to be an assessment. This is just some daily wisdom from a daily person from culture. And, today it's obviously super famous, renowned writer James Baldwin, but we have all kinds of people. It's been Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's been Snoop Dogg. We really run the gamut here. So we also make a video every single day. Our video creator is clever and hilarious, and I don't know how he manages to do this, but he makes these awesome videos. We've had videos like, why do we pickle things and what do you pickle? Like, check out the Doppler effect in action and how does it work? Kids love them. They really do. They're really cool videos. And in addition to, you'll also get each day the 5Z, which is a bit like Wordle, but we use vocab words from the articles, and these 2 are leveled, so it's a different one for each student at each different reading level. And what's cool about this too is, like, it's a bit like Wordle, like I said, you can get a streak going. It's pretty awesome. Within the articles themselves, we try to take into consideration anything that would make a student stop reading and then account for it. So number 1, we have translations into 73 languages side by side. This is one of 2 places where we use generative AI in the content design. We're very explicit about this because we think educational platforms should be. And these are high quality translations. I'm always impressed with them. In addition, you can listen to any article, speed it up, slow it down. There's also an option to print any article, which is really cool. And you could choose what to print, which is like, as a longtime former teacher and administrator, that's a small thing until it's like a big thing. Very important. You can also turn on our focused reading mode, and this is for dyslexia. It's sort of a dyslexia friendly font that makes the text easier to read. Any student or teacher can toggle that on and off. These blue lines are vocabulary words taken from tier 2 and tier 3 lists. And my favorite feature of all within our articles is pretty cool. Anytime there's a topic that we think students are going to need a little context to understand, like all of our articles are 300 words or less. So they're all brief, they're all designed to be easily consumed by students. At the same time, we know that students might not be up on the Houthi rebels in Yemen. So if you see an orange, that means we've written an extra juice feature on this issue, which means it is a Q&A background on the actual issue at hand. What is Iran's history in brief? When was modern Iran founded? We go on at some length here, and we don't pretend to be the end-all be-all, like summative conclusion of the issue. We're trying to give students enough so that way they can actually engage with this and understand it. And we want it to be meaningful for them. And a lot of resources out there assume a lot of background knowledge that students don't have, and we're trying to normalize the idea it's okay to not know things. That's why this kind of resource is actually really important. At the end of the article, it's one comprehension question. Now, what the kids don't know that you will know as the educator is that, and here I am in the teacher edition, is that actually each of these articles, each of those comprehension questions is aligned to a different ELA standard for reading informational texts for Wisconsin. So this is really awesome because it's actually incrementally benchmarking your students for the state literacy exams, only they don't really know that. So it's not as kind of like a jarring thing when you're pulling them out of their content area classes to do like, compartmentalized benchmarking. This is a lot more natural for them. And it's incremental, so it doesn't feel daunting. In addition, so just to recap, these daily juice articles happen each morning no matter what. But educators like yourselves can actually assign articles too, which is really, really helpful if you want to cover a particular unit, you're researching a particular issue that's been in the news, whatever you'd like. And to facilitate that, we content tag our articles too. So among the standards we use are the C3 framework for social studies and all of its subdomains. So while the comprehension of the article is always an ELA standard for reading informational texts, the content being consumed here by the student is actually social studies C3 aligned, which is really awesome. So because then, and this is the cool part, because we don't charge for teacher accounts, whether it's like 5 or 50, doesn't really matter to us. And because we can roster the same student in multiple classes at once, for the librarians, for the teachers, for the whole school system, this kind of becomes like a big growing textbook each day. We align to science content standards and math content standards as well. So what's neat is that the science teacher, the math teacher, and the social studies teacher can all be assigning articles and assessing literacy skills for ELA, but also sticking to their curricular sort of confines, which is really a nice way to activate the content knowledge. And to assign an article, all you do is click on it, and then assign it to a whole class or an individual student within the class. Super easy. As you might imagine, as you go along, there's great data. In the dashboard, you get macro level data where these are all you could pick the time parameters here, you could pick the grade levels you want to see in terms of reading level, and then it'll actually show you to each standard during that time frame how each student or how your classes are doing. You can look multi-class, one class at a time. Quick download here. And then in the class tab, this is your micro level data, where we have a progress sub-tab here that'll actually run reports for you on whatever basis you want, weekly, monthly, or on demand. It'll show you how students are answering, how long it's taking them to answer, and then it'll actually issue recommendations. So it's a bit of a reading intervention platform as well. You can also get granular data on individual students. You can change their reading levels at will. As you can see, there's a green or a purple or a blue dot next to each name. So the different reading levels themselves are all really easily placed into the same class. It's differentiated by design. So that's the expectation, and that's what pretty much always happens. It's really malleable. There are a lot of easy to read reports you can generate from it. I'm kind of only showing you the highlights here. And the last thing is our search tab. Our search tab is really intuitive. You could type in all kinds of different things to search by an article, for infographics that we make each day, or you can get really specific and say like, look, I know my kids are struggling with these 3 ELA standards, but they're only going to read stuff if it's about soccer. So here are all our soccer articles that assess those standards. Or you could say like, I know we struggle with those, but we're only doing civics and social studies right now. Great. Here are all of our civics articles that assess those standards. So that's the big picture view. There's a lot more to it. I would be more than happy to. I don't want to go over my time allotted here. I believe that was 15 minutes. So thanks so much for those of you who are already using the juice in Wisconsin. We really love working with you. And if you have any questions, I think Jeff has my contact, so please reach out.
Thank you so much, Chris. As always, I love seeing you show off the juice. It's really cool, super innovative platform that I've said this before, but I think everybody should be looking at it, especially, well, it's always been true, I think, but I think as the news gets spicier, I think it's more and more important that we have a good way of helping our students understand it. So
Thanks
thank
so
you.
much for the kind words. And yes, spicier is the word.
All right, thank you again. I'm going to quickly share my screen just to set up our next presenter. I used to say tee off our next presenter, but that rings pretty false because I don't know anything about golf or really any sports at all. But okay, so to get us set up for our next, okay, we're good. Larry is joining us from ProQuest. Larry, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can show us what's new at ProQuest.
Great, thank you, Jeff. Yes, let me just get my PowerPoint set up here. Hello, everyone. My name is Larry Wilkner. I'm a product manager at ProQuest, part of Clarivate, and very happy to be here. And we, of course, at Clarivate value our partnership with WiLS. I'm going to talk about a range of products today. There's a total of 7 products, databases, cultural almanacs, multiple formats, books, video, magazines, newspapers. To put these into some sort of context, I created this chart which shows sort of a couple of things. The product names on the left, the common assignments supported by each of these products. This is by no means exhaustive, but it is a starting point. This is what customers tell us they use these products for. And then on the right here, the rough grade level match for them. So you've got Culturegrams, which can fit elementary through high school, and Discover elementary and middle, all the way to the last 3 products that we're going to look at today: Academic Video Online, ProQuest Central Student, and Academic Complete, which are more geared toward high school use, but can also be used with younger grades if a teacher is guiding the use of the material, if they select the content in advance. So let's start with Culturegrams. This is an exclusive, authoritative, and curated cultural almanac that's great for upper elementary through high school. It supports a country report, state report, also foreign language instruction classes, and any kind of cultural research projects. This is a product that's been on the market for a number of years. We keep adding to it and enhancing it. Over 200 UN recognized countries and territories are written about daily life, about the ceremonies and holidays. It's not just text, but it's also multimedia. It includes interviews, recipes, there's data tables. So it really, while it is focused on culture, it's applicable across the curriculum. Even your math teachers can find a use for this. All content is reviewed at least annually, so we get fresh vital statistics, cultural updates, and governmental changes. So you can have confidence that unlike books you may have on each country, Culturegrams will be more frequently updated and more current. Again, you get all 4 editions with Culturegrams. World Edition is roughly middle through high school, and then the kids, states, and provinces are upper elementary through middle in terms of the reading level for these different editions. And again, they're not sold separately. When you get a Culturegrams online subscription, you get all 4. SIRS Discover, grades 4 through 8. This is selected content, so our editors pick articles from leading publications like the New York Times for Kids, World Book Online. We have books like from Britannica, Mitchell Lane, Enslow, and we have topic pages that support a number of assignments, including an animal report, state and country report, famous person biographies, and even we support debate assignments for the middle school grades. So again, with SIRS, you're getting selected content, so you can be assured that an editor has reviewed it and picked only the best, most relevant, most authoritative content to support these common elementary and middle school assignments. eLibrary is an aggregated solution for middle and high school. So this is cover-to-cover access, which if you had exposure to ProQuest before, you know that that's really very common way that we present content. It's great for general reference research, history, science research, and any project requiring multimedia. There's over 7 million images, charts, and graphics in eLibrary. These are great, and these are rights cleared for fair use in student presentations. You can see the range of publications from the New York Times, Los Angeles Times to Mother Jones and Psychology Today. There's also, though, over 10,000 editor curated and maintained topic pages. These are pages that our editors create on various subjects. Here's one on ChatGPT, where we provide an overview article from a published source that gives you a grounding in the topic. And then the editors select articles from within that larger corpus of material that's available in eLibrary. So these could be magazine, newspaper, book articles, and they organize them thematically, like in the classroom, at work, in society. And then if there are graphics available, we make them available, and images as well. So again, the purpose of these topic pages really is to provide sort of some scaffolding for understanding the issue. Students may know the name, but not know any of the details. And then offering some selected digestible quantity of materials that the students can then look at to get a grounding in the topic before maybe diving deeper in eLibrary or perhaps another research database. SIRS Issues Researcher, again, we had looked at SIRS Discoverer for a moment. This is a particularly also a selected database, but it's focused on one common assignment, which is the pro-con or issues assignment. This is often, called the argumentative or persuasive essay in some contexts. It can be great for any kind of debate assignment. It also can be used for general reference research that's more than just pro-con, but that is the focus. Like with eLibrary, you get some of the major publications, the major US daily newspapers, for example, magazines that are trusted and have a long editorial history, and even graphic providers like AP Photo and Reuters. But the real core of this product are the 300 editor curated and maintained topic pages, which are called leading issues, which provide overview and some structure around the study of the various social issues. So if I look at this one on social media, again, it has a design not unlike eLibrary's leading issues. You have an issue overview, you have an essential question, viewpoint 1 and viewpoint 2, with some selected articles to provide students with a grounding of what the arguments are. In this case, do the benefits of social media sites outweigh the drawbacks? Viewpoint 1 says yes. And then there are 3 articles provided. Viewpoint 2 says no, can be linked to a number of issues, including mental health problems, privacy concerns, safety risks, etc. So those supporting articles kind of are selected by our editors from these publications, these trusted publications, to support either viewpoint, and giving students some grounding in what the arguments are so that they can determine what their viewpoint and what their position will be on this issue or a related issue. Again, it's not essential that you follow our essential question. It's meant only to kind of prompt thought. Let's transition now from predominantly text to video with Academic Video Online. It's multidisciplinary and comprehensive, over 86,000 streaming videos on a range of topics from over 800 providers, including names that you know and trust like PBS, Sony, and CBS, and over 20,000 titles only available from ProQuest. What's nice about this is it's unlimited access and unlimited number of simultaneous users, and we're constantly updating this product. So we're adding thousands of titles throughout the year. There is a sales model where you can gain perpetual ownership of some of these videos. And what's really exciting is there's free media hosting included in your subscription. So you can actually upload videos of your own and we'll help host them. The platform is really robust with a lot of features that our team has developed over the years, listening to customers and what their needs are. There's playlists and watch lists. There's a really cool translation tool where you can translate the transcripts. You can even translate the interface. There's a clip maker, so you can make clips. You can integrate with courseware, and the accessibility features are superb and beyond what's standard in the industry. Most recently, we've added video interaction functionality, which enables instructors to pair questions or discussion prompts or other textual additions alongside the video. So it really makes the video experience more interactive, and it gives teachers an opportunity to really prompt students to engage with the material more deeply. So again, Academic Video Online, really exciting resource, primarily high school, but again, with teacher guidance, elements of it could be applied in other grades as well. ProQuest Central Student is a aggregated collection of thousands of journals, magazines, newspapers, videos, and reports over hundreds of subjects. What differentiates ProQuest Central Student from eLibrary is that it is much less visual, much more scholarly, and really is like a subset of what you would find in the ProQuest Central Higher Ed product. So this is a perfect product for high school users, particularly those who are going on to university, in that it provides them with exposure to the type of research tool that they're going to have to engage with when they go to university to do that more higher ed academic research. It's responsively designed. Actually, all of these products we're looking at today are responsively designed, so they work on multiple platforms. It's got a powerful search engine. We're constantly adding to the features for logging in and gaining access. Google Single Sign-On was recently added. So ProQuest Central Student, high-level academic material, but designed for use by students in the high school level. And last but not least is our Academic Complete solution, which is an ebook collection. This is eBook Central is our primary delivery platform. eBook Central has been delivering content for over 20 years, over 240,000 titles with over 2,000 added, expected to be added in 2025 from titles like WiLS. It's carefully selected content to support trending and emerging areas. And you can see an example of some of the titles that we're expecting to add in the coming year. Also exciting is that we are looking at adding an AI component to eBook Central in the summer. And there's even an eBook Central mobile app in development as well. So I'm going to move past the Q&A and just let you know that the account manager for WiLS is Christopher Michaels. His contact information. He'd be happy to address any questions you have. Obviously, you can work with WiLS directly on any questions about pricing or of any of the materials that we've seen today, but Chris is your contact for any sales related questions. So with that, I will stop and thank all of you, and thank you, Jeff, for the opportunity to present today.
Larry, thank you for joining us again. It's always great to see this overview of the amazing resources available to our members from ProQuest, longtime vendor partner. We're delighted to be able to have you on our platform to talk a little bit today. Thanks again, Larry.
Thank you.
Right, I'm going to take just a moment to set things up for our third presenter coming back to us again, another longtime WiLS vendor partner. Marty is coming to us to talk about PebbleGo from Capstone. Marty, are you ready to take over here?
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff. Good to see you again. We had a really nice WIMTA convention last week, so we were able to connect in real life, in person, and now we're in the virtual platform with Taco Tuesday. So thanks so much for hosting us. We really appreciate it, Jeff. I'm Marty Dombacan. I'm the Wisconsin representative for Capstone PebbleGo. And as Jeff mentioned, we have a long time relationship with WiLS, which we really appreciate our partnership. And any questions you have for Capstone, for PebbleGo, you can route them through WiLS, you can route them through us. We're going to get you the right answers. However you prefer to communicate with us, we're available and we're happy to help. I'll do the screen share. I've got some slides to kind of get you updated on some of the new things that have been going on at Capstone. And let's see here. Let me pull that up here. And is that good, Jeff?
Looks good, Marty.
All right, terrific. We'll walk through just some of the new things that have been launched for spring 25. And this is a nice chance to get a little update. We've got, the 15 minutes here. And if you have follow-up questions, definitely be in touch with us and with WiLS. And, we can definitely get you more in depth on any of the things that you might see today that you want to learn more about. So Capstone has been publishing for many years, since 1991, and PebbleGo is our flagship database subscription. And this is geared for elementary and middle school high-low. So we've got a lot of great content here. The things that I wanted to briefly talk about today for Taco Tuesday, just kind of an update on the PebbleGo suite, some new things we have from Spanish and from PebbleGo Create. We have updated tech integration service now. Clever has been launched in the fall. ClassLink, that's the big one now for spring of 25. That's live. That's all good to go. We have a lot of free resources to share, including some enhanced admin support, some tools I think you'll like, and other school support. We've got some great videos that have been archived, and those are on demand now, free anytime you need them. And then I'll share a free demo login and some of our promos at the end. So you can kind of get a nice update here from Capstone. This shows visually just kind of what we have with the print materials. We have over 10,000 print books. Capstone Interactive, those would be all of the ebooks, which we have close to 7,000 titles now. PebbleGo Next, PebbleGo, and PebbleGo Spanish. So those are all of your content areas coming from Capstone. And then we also have the digital tools. They've kind of combined it into a package now. Over the last couple of years, Capstone Connect and Capstone Create were kind of launched as separate digital tools. Now they're combined as a package. So if you're using them separately, you can continue to do so. But going forward, we think it might be a lot better deal to combine them and have the whole package as part of your PebbleGo add-on. So that's something that would be more digital functionality and more ways to dive deep, connect to the standards, create your own content, a lot of things that really tie in directly with your subscription. So it's a lot of good ways to make everything that you really are enjoying with your students even better. Here's some recognition. We've been getting a lot of great national awards. Capstone is also doing some publishing publishing with ISTE. They've been doing some initiatives there. So they're doing really a lot of great things on the national level. And the recognition and the adoption is just amazing throughout the country and especially in Wisconsin. Thank you so much for all of your subscribing here in our state. We've got a very high percentage of our schools that are enjoying PebbleGo on a yearly basis. So we've got a lot of great stuff, a lot of great momentum, and it keeps getting better. They keep adding more stuff to it. So it's a really a go-to hub for your students. We've got an updated URL. The platform, the navigation has been simplified a little bit more icon based, even easier for the young researchers to access the content that they want to see. The icons at the top, PebbleGo Next, ebooks, create, and then some of the classroom management, those would pop in if you're on as an educator. If you're on as a teacher, as a student, you won't see that. You'll just see the content that your school subscribes to. So there's a couple of different ways, and I'll tell you a little bit more about these updates and the differentiations between student login and the admin teacher login that would be for building or a district to see the whole usage and some of the tools that are there. And I'll give you a quick rundown on that. We've got over 1.74 billion articles read so far, and that count keeps going up and up and up. It's amazing. So this has really been just incredible across the board with PebbleGo's usage, and it's phenomenal. So we really thank you again for all of your support and your subscription. So this is the update. A lot of the things that you're probably familiar with, just to kind of refresh, the navigation has been updated. Read aloud audio comes with every single article, so that's really a nice feature, and it's professionally recorded. You've got a lot of extended learning opportunities with the video, with some downloadables. Just a lot of great cross connections here, and help students really get deeper into their choice of interest for topics to research. The focus is really to make that access to this great content as totally universal. So it's platform neutral, it's device neutral. We have all of the compliant technology that are built in for students of all learning abilities and all learning styles. So there's a lot of great access no matter where your students are at. ELLs, there's just a whole bunch of different things, ways that they can get great content and really enhance their learning and get to and develop their research skills based on their interests. So this is student choice, professional read aloud, and then the new admin tools that have been updated. And I'll give you a little bit more deeper dive on that. If you don't have your current district or admin account login, it is different than the URL that Capstone delivers to your district for regular student use. There's an admin login, and if you don't have that, if there have been a change in personnel or maybe offices, something like that, and you need a refresh, send us an email, contact Capstone Tech Support, or just let WiLS know, and they can get the message to us. And this way, you can log in as the admin, and you'll have all of the admin tools that are there, and everything has been really been refreshed for more usability. Here's the original. This is the PebbleGo Bronze. That's the original K2, K3 package. Animals, science, biographies, social studies, and health. And if you do not have the upper elementary yet, I would strongly encourage you to take a look at PebbleGo Next. And that's the next level up. Most of the Wisconsin schools who are subscribing to Bronze have updated now to add Next to give that full solution for all of your elementary learners, not just the youngest ones, but really giving it K through 5, K through 6 look. And we also have a number of middle schools that have picked up Next just on its own, just for a nice high-low resource for the middle school students. Very, very high interest and a school-safe environment for the students to learn based on their interests, with a lot of current biographies, health, Indigenous peoples' history has been completely revised this past year, science, social studies, and the states. So we've got just awesome content there, and it's highly correlated to our state standards. So we've got documents on all of that and searchable tools. I'll mention that in a moment. K2 Spanish, that one has been out for a while already. And if you have an interest in adding that, if you want to level up for that and add that to your subscription, let WiLS know. And now this is the new one. We've got finally upper level Spanish. This is launching in the matter of almost days now. This is really an exciting new project. All of the articles that are in PebbleGo Next are now going to be fully in Spanish and with full audio, with full support, all of the features, all the bells and whistles that you would expect from PebbleGo, PebbleGo Next are going to be part of Spanish. So this is all in there. There's a lot of great stuff. We've got a demo on the PebbleGo site. We can also give you the demo login. Just let me know later. And this is an add-on through WiLS. So if you're interested in adding that for any of your schools to pair up with your Next, PebbleGo Next and Next in Spanish, that is a really powerful combination, and WiLS can help you update your subscription anytime you need. And they're going to flip the switch live in a couple weeks. They're telling us first week of April, so we'll have all of that great content ready to roll for you in Spanish. So we've got a full dual language now solution, K through 5, K through 8, and really it's just a nice, powerful addition to the PebbleGo lineup. Okay, so the digital tools, they've updated that with Create. This is the digital makerspace that they have paired with Buncee and have delivered now for our schools using PebbleGo. This is an optional add-on. If you want that digital makerspace where the students can demonstrate and create content based on what they've learned and get their interest really rolled out into a way that you can also see as the admin. So you've got some really nice classroom management that's included here. The project boards, the choice boards, that's a really big tool that are all part of Create. So if your school is really big into choice boards and project boards and using that on a regular basis as part of classroom instruction, I strongly encourage you to take a look at adding Create to your PebbleGo subscription. Again, these are the digital tools. So it just enhances and gives you more ways to use the great content that's part of PebbleGo. Connect, that's now bundled with Create. So if you have Connect, you can add Create. If you have Create, you can add Connect. They're both together as $8.99. Before they were $7.50 a piece. So this is actually a better deal. This gives you access to all of the state standards, all of the searches, and the activity bundles. Plus, you get 30 free ebooks that come along with it. So that's a really nice deal. Those are normally $39.99 a piece at regular price. Lower for PebbleGo districts, which I'll tell you about our promo. And this is all bundled together now. So just ask WiLS to update your quote. If you have one of them, you can add the other and get it for $8.99 per building. That's before any extra quantity discount or anything for large district discount. If you have one, it's only $149 to add the other one. And again, it includes that 30 free ebooks. The copy link, this is a feature on the navigation. So it's the upper corner and you just click on that and you can access the copy link. It puts it onto your clipboard and you can take that and pop that into Seesaw, into Canvas, Schoology, wherever you want to access these links. And that removes any need for a login. You just go right and share it out with all of your teachers, all of your students, as much as you need. We've got some really strong tech integration now with Google Classroom. That existed before. Clever was added last fall. ClassLink is now added for 2025. That's all live now. And we've got a great tech support team at customer success at capstonepub.com. Send us an email if you would like some assistance getting everything set up for your district. All the rostering, everything is very plug and play, and it's easy for them to set up. They can also embed our login into an icon on the district level. If you would like that, just let us know how we can help. Here are some free resources here, and I'll just kind of quickly go through. This will be recorded, so you have a chance to go back and click on some of these links and see more in depth. But the Help Center is terrific. They've really beefed it up. There's a whole bunch of grab and go troubleshooting, the tech integrations, the admin tools, the how-tos. There's just a whole variety of things now at pebblegocom/resources, and then you can dive in to the other distinctive parts of it. This is part of your admin tools when you've logged in as your admin. So let me know later if you have any questions about that. I can be very happy to set up a little time to walk you through that, or we can just give you a quick refresh on your admin account and give you access to all of these great things. sharing home with your community. You've got a lot of great stuff to send home. This is one more thing I wanted to just highlight here. The training videos, these are all recorded. They did a nice series of webinars this past about 6 months, and they've recorded all of them. These are on demand. They're free. Whenever you need them, share them out. You can use them as much as you want. Content maps for curriculum support, some of the home connections and reproducibles. As mentioned earlier, you can dive in and just go wild with all of these. The other part is the Capstone Interactive. These are where you can build your own collection of ebooks, and these are from everything that we have top to bottom. This is a little bit beyond the PebbleGo subscription. These are where you can do your own collection development, and you can do it at $15 a piece. We've got some really nice features, including multiple users. So there are no holds or wait lists. You can have 100 students looking at the same ebooks at the same time of year or same day. It doesn't matter. There aren't any holds. There aren't waiting for the number of copies. You buy one copy, you serve the whole building. So you've got unlimited users simultaneously with no other fees. So to summarize, if you need to level up your PebbleGo subscription, contact WiLS and ask them to level up. If you want to add PebbleGo Spanish, ask WiLS. You can get that added to your subscription. If you want Create, and especially with Connect as a whole bundle, ask WiLS. They can update your subscription anytime you need. And if you have the $15 ebook special, if you want to do some collection development, if you need some curation assistance, just contact us. If you contact WiLS, they'll probably send it to us, and Vanessa, Amy, and myself will be happy to help you out. We can help get some really great content to add to your PebbleGo. Here's your free demo. This is a login. You can have that all access past everything, good through April 15th. And Jeff, there's my contact information. And if you have any follow-ups, we're here and we're local. We're happy to help whenever you need.
Thank you, Marty. Always happy to have you here. I'm always excited to see just the incredible range of resources and support for our schools at PebbleGo. Marty's not joking. We have a lot of school districts in Wisconsin get PebbleGo through WiLS in various iterations. So it's super popular. If you aren't looking at it for your district, you should be. So please take a look at it. Especially, we also are very excited for PebbleGo Next Spanish to be going live. That's had a ton of interest too ever since it was announced. So
yes.
Thanks for joining us, Marty. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, I am going to share my screen one more time to get us ready for our next and last presenter. So coming to us for the first time at Taco Tuesday, because it's a very like a brand new vendor partner here at WiLS, we have Chef T coming to us to talk to us about Library Chef. Chef T, are you ready to take over?
Yes, I am.
All right, it's all yours.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much, Jeff, for having us. And thank you, WiLS, for being a great supportive partner. We're really grateful to have you in our corner, and we're so excited to break into Wisconsin. So everyone out there, I am Chef T. My name is Teresa, and I am the founder of Library Chef. I'm super excited to show you the platform today and add a little bit of spice and flavor to your library's offerings. So you're going to see Library Chef is a live online platform packed with kitchen skills classes, nutritionist sessions, and we answer questions in real time. So this is a live platform that we've designed for you guys so that you can give great programming that's consistent throughout the year. So we're going to bring you great, consistent instructors teaching awesome moves, life skills, tricks, and of course, healthy eating habits. So sometimes we might even have some guest chefs that are going to be popping in from all over the world. I know in May, we are very excited to have a chef streaming from Morocco that's going to be teaching us a world favorite, which is chicken tagine. We have designed this program for all ages, so adults can level up their kitchen game and kids and teens can grow in confidence, bettering their life skills. We've also made it affordable for you guys because we know that you don't have a lot on your budget. So we want to stretch that budget as much as possible. So we make it flexible for you to navigate as well. Whether you decide to keep it online or you decide to go a little bit hybrid and stream it from your library, we're confident that you'll get a bunch of great programming from Library Chef without the extra costs. So here's the cool stuff, guys. It's branded to your library. We're going to show you all this in the platform in just a minute. Your patrons can sign up with their library card and they get unlimited views. No Zoom links needed. No, I didn't answer an email or somebody didn't get a link. It's all right there in the platform, so you don't have to worry about any of that. All the recipes and PDFs are right there in the platform as well. So there's no looking around and sending multiple emails. We also send email reminders before each class, so no one misses out. So don't worry, even if they miss the class, that's not a problem. We've got replays inside the platform, so it's all right there. And we will never, ever sell anything to your patrons, ever. So it's inside the platform, they're protected, and it's a part of an extension of your library or school. We also make it very easy for you too, as the administrator of taking on this program. You get a marketing toolkit to spread the word, you get metrics to track the buzz, and it takes almost no staff effort to get this up and running. We also do something on the back end just for you guys. What we do is we take your library zip code and we do drip ads for this program to drive new folks to open library cards and join your library. So more visibility, more people, more fun. And what can we say about food? Food is love. Food is fun. Food is yum. So we here at Library Chef want to be a part of your library family. So let's show you the platform and get started. All right. So you can see here on the screen, welcome to the Library Chef. On the screen here, we brand the page directly to your library. So you can see here we have the coloring, the banner, the logo up at the top here. So everything here on this home page, when your patrons come on, they know, like, and trust it because it's part of you. It's part of an extension of your organization. And we're just bringing them to this page so that they can take the class and feel as though this is a part of your family. So you can see here on this page, we have the upcoming classes that are coming up for this month. We also have on the sidebar there, we have the live classes and the replays. So this is the live section of the platform. We've divided it into 3 different categories: a recipe of the month, a kitchen skills class, and healthy habits and culture corner. So the healthy habits and the kitchen skills is where the hybrid can come in. You can take these 2 classes since they're more of a follow along version, and some of them may be talks, but you can use this as a hybrid class inside your library and stream right from inside your library. The best part is you don't really need a moderator in there. They can ask all their questions that they'd like to right from their phone because they have an account already. So all they'll have to do is go in, type in their question, watch it right on the screen, and it'll appear. So we're going to go into the follow along recipe of the month. You can see right here, it says secure your spot. This is where everyone will secure their spot to watch the class. So you can see here, when you secured your spot, the recipe download pops up. No Zoom links, no third party, go to this, go to that. It's all encompassed in one place. So that recipe download or PDF will be right there for them to access when they want it. So when it's time to watch the replay or watch the session, the live session, you go right to the session and it will pop up on your screen. So on the sidebar there, you can also see where it's a missed a class. So the missed a class there is your replay section, where you'll be able to catch the replay if you missed the live session. So you can see here some of the past classes. The recipe download is right there for you, as well as the watch the replay button. Super easy and simple to navigate. Just go and watch whatever you'd like to watch and secure your spot, and it will allow you to watch the replay. All right, we're going to move on to the junior chefs. We're going to show you an example, example of one of the classes that we have. This was Geeta, our nutritionist, that's doing a class on gut health. All right. Now we're going to move on to the junior chefs. Okay, so for the junior chefs, we have two different categories for the junior chefs. We have a preteen teen of ages 10 and up, and then we have kids ages 5 to 9 years old. So we have those two categories. We vary the classes according to the ages. And this in your subscription, you also are able to get the it works pretty much the same way as the adults, and you're able to get the replays on demand as well. So it works just like the adult section, and you can see some of the replays that we have here. There's one with scrambled eggs. Now, what we try to do is we try to build confidence in kids at a younger age. So we start off with a recipe of some sort, and then we take a storybook if we have time for a storybook, and we read a storybook. So we'll get a storybook from our local library, tie that into the class, and present it to the kids in session. Now you can see here on the sidebar as well, they are able to ask a question right there in the sidebar as we go as well. So if you should ever have a suggestion or a question, your patrons are able to reach out to us, ask us a question, suggest a class if they would like to learn something specific, and we're here to help them grow in their kitchen skills and in their life skills. So to know, like, and trust, we want to build that with you guys. We want to build that with the patrons that we have inside the platform. So we always put your main website right there on the sidebar so that they can go back to your main website if they would like to as well. Maybe even search for that book that we just showed in the video. All right. So if anyone would like to reach out to us, we are available for a demo. There are a few other things that I will show you just really quickly what we do to help you along your way in working with Library Chef. One of them is that we've designed a welcome toolkit that announces your partnership with Library Chef, as well as monthly culinary toolkits for adults and kids that you're able to just grab the wording and the graphics from in there. It's all made for you so that all you have to do is grab it and then pop it up on your social media, your email, your website. And if you do text messaging as well, you can put it there as well. So, so thank you so much for joining us today. We're really grateful to have you. And please reach out to WiLS and they can send us a quote.
Thank you so much, Chef T, for joining us today. I am super excited about Library Chef being partnered up with WiLS. We have, I don't know, like this year we've seen this like theme of like food in libraries kind of bubbling up, so to speak, in our kind of world. WiLS runs a grant program, and I think 2 grantees for this last program were all about libraries and food, like partnering with local farmers markets and stuff. So I think that this is a space where it's like it's the right time for us to be working together. So I'm super excited. Thank you for joining us and being a WiLS vendor partner.
Thank you. Looking forward to working more with you in the future.
Same here. Okay, well, everyone, that, if you can believe it, brings us to the end of yet another Taco Tuesday session. We are always getting ready for our next one, though. So thank you for those who presented today, for those of you who joined us live, and for those of you who are joining us via the recording. Our next Taco Tuesday No Foolin' is on April 1st, 2 weeks from today. So we hope that you will come and join us for another session. We'll get to hear from 4 more of our great WiLS vendor partners. I will say that if anyone has any questions, if you're watching this recording or if you're here with us live, if you've got any questions about anything you've seen today, please feel free to reach out. We will, as always, follow up this session with an email that includes links to the recordings of today's sessions and contact information for our presenters and vendor representatives from those vendor partners. As always, you can reach us here. The best way to do that is to email us at coop, that's COOP, @wils.org. We're happy to help you out in any way we can. Thanks again for joining us, and thanks again for presenting for those of us. Well, I think Chef T is the last one who's still here, so thank you especially, but thank you to all of our vendor partners as always. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.